pitch and fire. It's on the... He made it! Oh my God! Wow.
Hello and welcome inside Platt Arena. I'm Ryan Lockhart, joined here by Jordan Herring. Jordan, your first game of the year, a good game to call for us here.
Yep, I don't think we should expect anything less but a good basketball game from here. Huntington has been playing very well the last few outings. And, Goshen's doing the same as well, coming off a tough loss from their last game. Yeah. But still, either way, it'll be a good game here tonight.
Yeah, Jordan, we look at both of these teams. Huntington now ranked number 21 in the nation. They come in at 9-1, 1-0 in conference. The Goshen College Maple Leafs on the other side of that, they're putting themselves together a really nice season so far. They're 6-3, but 0-1 in conference, dropping a tough loss to Grace last game out. We're going to get to that a little bit later, but, first for the home Huntington Forcers, what are you kind of expecting tonight, Jordan?
I think tonight we can expect a really good basketball game for them. They do a really good job of getting the ball down low, getting the ball to the three-point line, and just executing on any mistake that their opponent makes.
Yeah, and Huntington's one of those teams that play really sound defense. You're not going to see a lot of teams come in here and score a lot on them. You look at what they average, Huntington averaging 74 points a game. On the other side of that, team's only averaging 59 against them. But on the other side, the Goshen College Maple Leafs, they're kind of headed by a two-headed monster here. We got Grayson Cockerham as well as Tanise Chapman. What do you think the Maple Leafs are going to have to do tonight to pull out the win?
I think getting around Huntington's defense is going to be the number one priority, but I think to get around that, you just got to execute on some really good passes, get the ball to the perimeter and, execute on some really good three-point opportunities.
Now, we take a little bit of a look into the standings here. It's still early in the season, only one Crossroads League game under our belt, our second one to be played. But right now in conference, Taylor sits atop at 15-0. They're 1-0 in conference, 9-0 overall, the only undefeated team right now. Huntington trails them. They're 1-0 in conference, 9-1 overall. They're ranked 21. Grace is 1-0, 8-1. St. Francis, number 10, they're 1-0 as well, 8-1. Mount Vernon's receiving votes, they're 1-0 as well, 8-2 on the season. Marion and Goshen, Marion number 3, they're both 0-1 in conference, 9-2 for Marion, 6-3 for Goshen. And Indiana Wesleyan receiving votes, 0-1. All the teams remaining in the conference 0-1. But Indiana Wesleyan 6-3 overall, Bethel 5-4, and Spring Arbor 3-6. So conference kind of shaking up a little bit. Some teams we're used to seeing at the top, not there right now.
Yeah, it's really surprising this year, but at the same time, I don't think you could let, just that one conference loss really hurt these teams right now. Mm-hmm. Very fresh in the beginning of the season. They still have plenty of time to recover later on.
Now, both of these teams, on the other side, Huntington won their first conference, Goshen lost their first conference game. What do you think the Forcers need to make sure they can win this second conference game against a tough and feisty Goshen team?
Like I said, I think it just comes around to, getting the ball around the perimeter, making sure, well-executed passes. They're doing a very good job the last few outings of trying to limit turnovers, and I think that's just the biggest thing for them.
Now, we're going to have a player to watch for both teams. First, for your Huntington Forcers, it's going to be Sarah Fryman, no doubt about it, number 12. Fryman has been lighting it up so far this year, having a really good season so far. Jordan, can you take us through maybe a few of her stats?
Yeah, right now she's the team leader in scoring with 25 points a game, and she's also the leader in three-pointers with 17 total.
Yeah, Fryman has scored 20 or more points in all but 2 games so far this season. So just a credit to how well she's put together her season. She also scored 35, her new career high in the last game against Spring Arbor. So we're looking for her to come out and light up the gym once again here tonight. She is currently 14th on the all-time scoring list, so we'll see how that affects her. We're going to go to a break here as we're going to have the start of the game as well as our keys to the game. On the other side of the break here, I'm Ryan Lockhart with Jordan Herring. This is HU Women's Basketball. And welcome back here inside Platt Arena. We're ready for the game to start, but Jordan, we got to get the starting lineups out of the way first. First, for the Goshen College Maple Leafs, why don't you go ahead and take us through their lineup?
Okay, so at number 1, we have Janera Flowers. Number 4, we have Grayson Cockerham. At 22, Mariah Rowe. 25, Allison Pregame. And 34, Denise Chapman.
Goshen coming into this game 6-3 on the season. 3 notable losses. We'll get to that, but first, your starters for the Huntington Forcers. First, number 10, Jade Clementa Jr., the 5'4" guard. Next up, number 5, senior, coming in at 5'10", the forward, Aaron Moore. Number 20, Sam Hamill, the junior, 5'7" guard. Comes in next, and number 55, Alexandria Bope, the junior center. And last but very certainly not least, folks, number 12, Sarah Fryman, the senior, from right here in Huntington, Indiana. Our player to watch tonight. Now, Jordan,
That's
on the
my
other
brother.
side of that, I'm sure I'll probably make that mess up a couple times.
You're
I'll
fine,
just have
everyone does.
I'll have to just throw $1 in the jar.
I'll be making a lot of money tonight then.
Hey, hopefully not. But, Jordan, on the other side, for Goshen, we look at some of their key players. Right now, leading their team with 11.4 points is Grayson Cockerham. Now, she's a very dynamic player, but right behind her with 11 points and 9.2 rebounds is Denise Chapman. I think this could be a very good game for Chapman. She's a little bit more of a physical player and knows how to use her physicality down low, and that's why she's able to get boards and easy down low points. Tip-off here is going to be won by the Forcers. They come out in this one, olive green uniforms, green numbers and green letters. The Maple Leafs, purple uniforms, silver letters, and white numbers. Maple Leafs look like they may have new uniforms this year, and Sam Hamill, the first one to strike.
Yep, taking an opportunity right there on that steal. Being able to get inside very quickly and get the easy bucket.
Hamill gets us started here on the scoring side of things, but the Maple Leafs looking to match here. Chapman with it outside. Flowers now. She'll find Rowe outside. Rowe with spin move on Fryman. Fryman right there with her. Chapman trying to come up with the rebound. She can't. Moore does. Now Hamill pushing left side. She'll go back to the middle. Gives it off to Clement. Fryman, the ever so dangerous forward, pulls up. No good there, too strong. Now the junior Rowe, she'll slow it down. Chapman going inside on Bope. Can't get that to fall, but a nice look inside there, Jordan.
Yeah, she was bowling her way down there. A little bit of a mismatch, but easily gets the buckets on the transition there.
Yeah, nice feed, Hamill. Nice assist there. Hamill currently is averaging 4.7 assists a ball game. Pass over to Flowers. She'll bring it back to the top of the key now. 8:15 on the clock. Chapman, not a player that Bope has to really protect out there. Bope gives a shoulder in. No foul called there.
No.
Hamill driving inside, kicks out Fryman from the corner. She's dangerous. but 0-2 right now from the field. Huntington leads this one 4-0 though. And Flowers, she took an extra step. That's going the other way, Jordan. Jordan, Huntington coming out here, kind of playing a little quickly here, but driving to the hoop and really getting their buckets there. How do you think that can help them in this game?
I think playing down low is really going to be, a good chance to get some easy buckets for them, because we know that Huntington's a good team that's able to shoot from the perimeter. So if Goshen is able to limit them from the three, they're going to have to force themselves to go down low for those buckets.
Bope goes up with it. Looked like she stayed on her foot there. The Goshen bench trying to argue that though. Now Flowers the three-pointer. That's no good. She went down. No foul called there. Hamill the rebound. She's pushing in the middle of the floor. She sees Chapman and backs right off there. The turnaround and off the glass. The bank is open right now. 8-0. The Forsters lead this one.
Timeout already here from Goshen as well.
30-second timeout. We're going to go ahead and keep it right here. And wow, Jordan, what a start here for the Forsters.
Yeah, getting off here on some quick transitions up and down the court off of some rebounds. I think they're doing a really good job of, bullying them inside.
Now, on the other side of that for Goshen, we haven't really seen a whole lot of offense from them. You look at the scoreboard, that's kind of obvious. But what do you think they need to maybe start doing early in this game to get some offense?
I think they just really got to take some advantage over some of the good open looks that they're getting. They weren't necessarily taking bad shots. They just weren't executing on those good shots, if that makes sense.
Both of these teams coming to this one winning records on both sides. 9-1 for Huntington, 6-3 for the Maple Leafs. Rowe feeds it off. Flowers kicks over to Ruick. Ball rattles off once again, no good there. Fryman the rebound though. Fryman trailing, she's a dangerous trailer. But the ball gets fed back out to Hamill now. Fryman left wing over Moore. Hamill on the right wing now. Down low to Fryman, she got the ball there. The step back on Murph. No good though, both able to disrupt the rebound momentarily. But Goshen comes up with it. Fryman, what a defensive play right there against Chapman, the bigger body. Staying strong right there. Now she'll contest a rebound with her. After Chapman knocks it around on her hands, it's going to be the Maple Leafs that keep it here.
Chapman's doing a very good job of staying inside, trying to get these offensive rebounds here for Goshen.
Rowe trying to drive inside against Bope. No foul called. And that's going to be going the other way. It's going to be Huntington ball here. 8-0, steal your score under 6 minutes to play here. Clement with it right side. Bope trying to go against Chapman. That's a tough matchup, but it pays off that time.
It's going both ways for both of them right now. They're both trying to bully each other out of the paint right there, trying to force each other up for those buckets.
Here's an interesting matchup for you. Fryman against Murph. Fryman able to win the battle there. Three-pointer from Moore, no good. Chapman the rebound. And now Bope gets called for a foul. That's going to be her first, as well as either team's first of the ball game here. Clement picks up Rowe around half court here. Flowers with it on the wing. Flowers trying to go inside. They're going to send her to the line. Flowers, a nice little kind of Euro step in there, Jordan.
Yeah, she's really doing a good job of trying to drive in there to the paint, especially she kind of had a little bit of a mismatch on her as some defenders kind of get lost in transition there. Taking every opportunity she can to try to get to this free throw line.
First one up and good. The first points of the game here for the Maple Leafs. Flowers able to be perfect from the line. Maple Leafs coming into this ball game lost their last one against Grace, but before that, they were on a 5-game winning streak. So they know, they got that taste of the winning streak. Now looking to start a new one here tonight, but the Foresters on the opposite side of that, they're 9-1. They're on a 6-game winning streak. Foul here going to be called on Bope. That's her second one. 2 quick fouls here. You got to think she's going to the bench now, Jordan.
Yeah, someone's definitely got to come in here with 2 fouls. I think you really got to save that player for the rest of the game.
We're going to have her sub here. It's going to be number 44, Maddie Robrock. Robrock, the freshman here from Huntington, Indiana.
This is already Flowers' second trip to the free throw line, so I think she's going to, her game plan is just try to get to the paint and the free throw line as much as possible.
And honestly, being down 8 points right now, pending the free throw, make that 7 points, that's not a bad strategy when you're kind of down, because not only do you pick up a foul on an opposing player, you also stop the clock, so it's not like you have to worry about that.
Yeah, definitely. Those free throws are really going to what separate the beginning of this game from the end of this game.
Robrook, the turnaround, left that one a little soft. Rock the rebound. Flowers now in trouble. Clement all over. Nobody picks up now. Rowe from the corner. No good off the front of the rim. And Murph going to be called for an over the back there. Shove in the back, excuse me. 10-3. Huntington leads this one. 4:01 remaining in this first period. Sam Hamill with the ball on the right wing. Now she drives inside, kicks it. Clement wide open, and she cashes it in there. 10-point lead now for your Foresters.
First 3 of the night. Let's hope the Foresters can get something going here from the perimeter later on in the game.
It's kind of weird to be saying with only 3.5 minutes left, first 3 of the night for Huntington, let alone either team here.
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily happen for either of these teams that often.
Go green.
Flowers trying to chase down that pass there. It went out of bounds. That's going to be a turnover. Number 2 on the day for Goshen. Chapman takes a seat here as Cockrum comes back into the ball game. Cockrum on Sarah Fryman. That's going to be a good matchup there. Both athletic players that are skilled as well. That ball gets stolen there from Hamill. Under 3 minutes here. Flowers looking for Rowe. Rowe, a nice crossover into the hoop. She goes, but it rattles around there.
Really close, just kind of lift out. Really good layup attempt, though, and a drive to the hole.
Hamill dishing it off. Moore's the one that picked it up. She can't get that fall. And they're calling Robrook for it. Jordan, I'm not too sure about that one. It looked like her hand was all tied up.
No, she's definitely down there trying to battle for that offensive rebound. It just looks like things got a little bit too physical, which will result in that foul.
Now Rowe bringing up that pass tip by Clement. Should note Sarah Doy checked in for her first minutes here in this ball game. Coming in for Moore. We're going to get a moving screen here. A legal screen. It's going the other way. Murph trying to kind of argue her case here for that one, but the official not having it. Now Jade takes a seat as Deja Drake checks into this ball game. Drake, a freshman from Spencer, Indiana, went to Owen Valley High School. 5'9" guard that is really athletic out there on the floor. Fryman thinking about the turnaround, in and out though. An uncanny night for her so far, Jordan.
It's not necessarily that she's taking bad shots, because all these shots are almost looking good. It's just having a little bit of trouble trying to get it down in the basket right now.
I think about 2 to 3 of them have fallen about halfway in and then just rimmed right back out too. Cockrum with it. She'll feed it back over. Flowers, a nice move there, and she gets that one to roll.
She's just constantly attacking that hole, trying to do everything she can down low to help get them those easy buckets down low.
And she can be a dangerous player if she's able to start kicking it outside, and finding those three-point shooters.
I think those three-point opportunities are something both teams are probably going to be looking to do here later on.
Lena Rongos, the 5'11 freshman from Columbia City, checks in for your Forsters. Chapman back into the ballgame for the Maple Leafs, as well as number 10, Susanna Yoder. Yoder, her first minutes of the ballgame here. (13-5) your score with a minute and some change left in this first period. Cockrum down low. Rongos, strong defense. Travel on Chapman. That's going the other way. That's turnover number 4 now for the Maple Leafs.
I think earlier in the pregame we were talking about how both of these teams need to try to limit these turnovers.
Fryman takes a seat here as Cindy Entgroin checks in. Entgroin, one of the other seniors on this ball club. She's got Cockrum on her. Nice spin there. She gets one up. Can't get it to fall, but she's going to the line for 2 more.
These will be the first free throws here for Huntington.
Under a minute here. And the first free throws for the Forsters. Once again, something else I don't think we expect out of, Huntington. Usually they're a team that likes to get to the line quite a bit and cash them in there as well.
Yeah, they're not a team that's afraid to get down low and get physical. Obviously, when doing that, you'll get plenty of foul calls to help you get you to that free throw line.
Mm-hmm. Yoder now taking over point duties here. Thought about it, Flowers gave it off to Chapman instead. Chapman spinning. Entgroin right there with the double team. Once again, the Forsters defensively inside. Just fantastic.
Absolutely great defense there down low, especially when Chapman got an offensive rebound and still bowling both of them out of that paint.
Rongos, a high pass for her. She thought about the step back. 14 on the shot clock here. Drake gives it off to Entgroin. Entgroin the pass from the elbow. Rongos can't get that one to fall. Entgroin trying to save that, but out of bounds. 13.9 on the clock, so last shot here. You would think they would hold for the last shot here. Clock ticks down 5-4. Yoder from the corner, it's up. No good, too strong. Chapman goes up. It looked like a block by Drake, but they called the foul.
2 more free throw opportunities here for Goshen. I have to say, they're doing a very good job of getting the ball down low and really trying to force these fouls here out of Huntington.
There's going to be 0.1 on the clock here, Jordan. It looked like, from my point of view, Drake got all ball there, but Chapman, that's such a high release, and with how athletic Drake is, getting high in the air there. Chapman gonna go to the line here for 2. 15-5 is the score of the ball game right now. Chapman converts the first one here from the free throw line. Not her best season so far. 55% is what she shoots. Second one up, no good. She stays true to it. And Doi tries the heave there. That's going to take us here out of our first period here. Just quick thoughts here, Jordan. Huntington leads 15-6.
I think, again, Goshen is doing a really good job of cutting down Huntington's three-pointers. We've seen lots of three-point opportunities for Huntington and Goshen, and both of them not really capitalizing on those good shots that they're seeing right now.
Your Forsters lead this first period. We'll be back in the second period here. I'm Ryan Lockhart, joined with Jordan Herring. Welcome back here in this one for the second period action here. Your Forsters lead 15-6. Jordan, a good first period, but the Maple Leafs looking to try to capitalize on a late run in that first period.
Yeah, we're seeing here with the Maple Leafs that right now their game plan is just get the ball down low, try to draw out some fouls and get to the free throw line.
Shot up and no good there. It rattles out of bounds, and it's going to be Forster ball. Copeland, the one that shot that one up. Drake with it. She looks for Doy, finds her. Now over to Hamill. Fryman still on the bench, so we'll see how this Forster offense can move without her. Misses that shot, but Yoder with it far side for the Maple Leafs. She finds Cockrum. She'll drive on Drake. Back to Yoder it goes. Preggy, the three-pointer. She's a dangerous three-point shooter. Can't get that one to fall. Chapman misses the putback there as well, and both of these teams just missing quite a bit of shots that you almost feel like they should make.
To be fair to both of these teams, they're just struggling to keep the basket down. I mean, most of these shots that we're seeing from both of them are just going in and then rolling right back out.
Yeah. And that's the thing, too. It's not like they're necessarily bad shots either. A lot of them are good looks, you know, a couple seconds of open spaces. Drake gets one to fall in the lane here. It just seems like, you know, there's something on either side of the basket for both these teams right now. Priggy inside, she goes too strong for her. Doy pushing the ball up, Yoder on her. And to Cindy it goes, and that one's going to be tipped off. Tipped off the Maple Leafs, it looks like the call is here. Rongos takes a seat now as Fryman back in. Fryman loses the ball down low and she tries to feed it up. That's going to be a turnover for her.
A little bit of a tough game here for Sarah Fryman right now, but I still believe that by the end of this game, she can, you know, try to flip the script a little bit, try to come back here.
Jordan, I got to ask, tough question here. How does she do that? You know, we've talked, her shots are kind of the same as everybody else's. They're not bad shots, they're just not falling. So where does she get that to start going for her?
I think for her, maybe she just needs to start, you know, trying to create a little bit more space between her and her defender. I think just having, you know, even just a short, like 1/10 of a second extra will help her feel comfortable with that extra space needed to get that shot down.
Yeah, for sure. Shot clock expired there on the Maple Leafs. Right now in this ball game, the Maple Leafs 1 of 18 from the floor. Huntington 7 of 19 from the floor. Huntington not on the same page right now. Drake drives inside, and that one can't roll in there. So far tonight, it almost seems like, why would it roll in, Jordan?
Both teams, it just seems like there's just a lid on the basket right now.
Doy able to poke that one out. Great defensive play by her. Fryman dish off to Doy a little bit behind her, and she's going to give it right back to Hamill. Under 7 minutes to play here. Hamill drives in, and she's going to pick up the foul on Copeland.
Go green.
Inbounder for the Forcers, Dodger Drake. Fryman down low. Finally gets one to fall.
It's not going to take much to get Sarah Fryman going here, so maybe that bucket will give her a little bit of spark of confidence to keep going.
Yoder, a wild shot there. That one goes off now. Hamill looking to push up. She's got Cindy down low, and she gets that one to fall off the backboard.
That was a great pass there to get the ball down low through the defenders for the easy layup.
Huntington now really starting to run away with this one. 21-6 they lead. 6:17 on the clock here. Chapman, she gets that one to fall. That's only the second shot from the field that's been made by the Maple Leafs.
A little bit of a surprise here, but I do think later on in the game, the Maple Leafs are going to figure out a game plan just to get some of those, half in, half out shots to fall.
Maple Leafs 6 turnovers right now. Huntington only 2. Hamill going behind her back. But Yoder staying strong right there. She gives it to Doi. Doi, the three-pointer. No good. Cockrum looking to push. She's got Fryman on her. Ain't groin. Excuse me, that was Drake inside that stays strong. Picks up the charge there. That's going to be a foul there on Cockrum. And we're going to see a platoon substitution here. Outside, really everybody but Copeland. Switch here. Flowers on the floor. Rowe back on. Murph on the floor. And in her first minutes of the night, number 5, Logan Kyer. Kyer, the tough task of guarding Fryman. Travel called there on Cindy Inkgroin. Coach Kohler over here trying to argue the call right in front of us. Sorry about that, folks, but that's a little interesting back and forth there.
Obviously upset with that travel call. I didn't think it was a travel.
And Coach Hersatchu, coaching for 34 years, I don't know how many people are going to win that argument that aren't in a zebra uniform out here. So, going to have a push down low. That's going to be on Cindy. Conversation still goes on right in front of us, Jordan. Murph, first free throw up and good. So far on the season, Murph shooting really well from the free throw line. 84% coming into the ball game. Second one up and no good though. Fryman the rebound. Rebound number 2 for her. Matches her total points for the ball game as well. Yes, that's right, Jordan. Only 2 points right now for Sarah Fryman. Drake kick over to Doi. Doi now drives inside the floater, and it's good.
Seems as Huntington has found a little bit of a groove here, finally getting some of these shots to go down.
Sarah Doi gets on the scoreboard right now with that first 2-pointer. She's also got 3 rebounds, though. Kick pass over to Rowe. Rowe trying to direct Murph. Not much there between the two. Cindy goes down. We're going to have a jump ball called. That one's going the other way here. Possession arrow in favor of the Huntington Foresters. 23-9, Huntington leads this one. Jordan, coming into this one, I thought this was going to be a really good ball game because Goshen always plays the Foresters really tough, really physical. Drake shot in and out there. And Huntington on the opposite side of that, it seems like the one team they struggle with physicality-wise is always Goshen.
I feel like this is still a pretty good game right here. We're seeing lots of physical contact being made down low, trying to get those buckets down low. But also, plenty of missed opportunities here at the perimeter for both of these teams.
Yeah. Slew of substitutions here for both teams. Inkgroin and Drake both take a seat, as well as Hamill. Zook checks in for her first minutes. Erica Zook, that is. Clement back in and Rongos back in as well. Cockrum had the smaller Doi on her, gave it off though to Murph. Murph goes up here, no foul called on Rongos, but she gets a basket fall. 23-11, Goshen strikes. Now a 1-3-1 defense, it looks like. Here from the Maple Leafs. Clement, the open three-pointer. Can't get that one to fall. Fryman trying to go up for the rebound, but not tall enough against Murph. Kyrie thought about it, gives it off to Murph. She gets that one to fall from the free throw line, and all of a sudden this is a 10-point ball game.
Looks like both of these teams are finally getting a little bit of a groove here, getting some of their missed opportunities to come back in their favor.
You know, we just had to get that first period and some of the second out of our way to get some good basketball played here.
Yeah, and most of the time, too, once you get like a good shot to go off, a bunch of others will follow as well.
Zook shot no good there. Flowers now with it. Murph down low. The turn on Rongo, she's looking to spin. Nobody there, she gives it off to Flowers. 15 on the shot clock. 2:33 on the game clock. 10-point ball game right now. Goshen trying to make it single digits, and Rongo's gonna pick up a foul here. First foul there on Rongo's gonna send Flowers to the line for a few more. Flowers able to make this now an 8-point ball game. Jordan, we talked about it. All it would take is a few made shots, and one of these teams could get hot. Huntington did it there for a moment. Now the Maple Leafs, they got hot, and they're charging back in. And a turnover here by Clement. 2:11 here on the game clock. We look at some notable games here for both of these opponents. First, for the Maple Leafs, they lost a close game here. Three-pointer by Flowers up and good there.
And just like that, the Goshen Maple Leafs are right back in this game, only down by 5.
Lead that was once 23-9. 9-0 run by the Maple Leafs. Three-pointer no good by Hamill. That's going to be Maple Leaf ball now.
Not seeing a lot of three balls here falling for Huntington.
And I think after that 9-point run, coach is going to go ahead and take a timeout here. Now, we talked about it. One team just needed to get hot. What'd Goshen do to get hot, Jordan?
I think they really started to expand their range outside of just the paint. I mean, they're still doing a very good job of trying to get the basket down low, really forcing fouls and free throw opportunities. But they're also pulling back, shooting these little jump shots just outside of just inside of the three-point range.
Yeah, Huntington, we talked about the shooting struggles for both these teams. Huntington shooting 35% from the field. Goshen on the other side of that, 20%. Now from deep, both teams not having a good night by no means. The Foresters 1 of 9, shooting 11%. On the other side, the Maple Leafs 1 of 6, 16%. Rebounds do favor the Maple Leafs, 22-18 as well. Rowe kicks this one back out to Flowers, 1:23 on the game clock. Kyrie cuts but leaves that one too short. Fryman the rebound. Now Hamill looking to push up. She kicks left side of the floor. And a travel by Zook.
Is that 2 turnovers in a row here for Huntington?
Who's speaking and watching?
Now we're going to have a substitution here. Moore's going to come in for Zook.
Go green.
Zook a couple missed shots there. Had some good looks, but just not able to convert.
That seems to be the story of everyone tonight right now.
Yeah. Clement now looking to push it under a minute here. Aaron Moore left wide open. She'll take the three-pointer. In and out that goes. Jordan, I think after this ballgame, In-N-Out Burger may have to sponsor us.
That sounds like a great opportunity, honestly.
Hey, great marketing scheme, right?
Yeah. What do you feel like Huntington has to do to get some of these 3 balls to fall?
Really, I think they just need to keep taking them. They're taking good shots. They're just not falling for them. Only getting 1 out of 9 to convert. it's almost one of those things, I don't want to say abandon the three-pointer, but maybe just try to go inside and drive a little bit, get to the free throw line. Right now, you're 100%. Granted, you've only shot 2 free throws, courtesy of Sarah Fryman. But I think if you can get to the free throw line, that's where Huntington makes a lot of their money during games, at the line.
And like you said, talking about maybe not abandoning the three-point ball, but, you know, maybe trying to get some more baskets down low or some jump shots, and that's exactly what the Maple Leafs are doing right here to try to turn this game around in their favor.
13 on the clock here. Hamill going to pull it back. No shot clock, so this is going to be the last one. Hamill thought about it, gives it off to Rongos. Inside, Rongos goes, leaves it short. She can't get that to fall. Now Rowe, she'll heave up a shot here. Hits the bottom of the net, but not through the cylinder. 23-19. Score of this one at halftime. Jordan, it's been an interesting one on our hands. A little bit of a summary here. How would you sum this one up?
I think we're seeing a lot of great defense from both teams here. I mean, looking at the halftime score right now, I don't think we would have predicted it to be this low at half.
Yeah, I agree with that. We'll have to see what both of these teams can do in the second half. Now, major adjustments, what would you make for the Foresters?
I think the Foresters, like you said a minute ago, I think they maybe not abandon the three ball, but maybe look for opportunities somewhere else on the court. You know, maybe trying to push the ball down low, maybe trying to look for an open jump shot shorter. Either way here, I think Huntington still has a good opportunity here to try to turn around the second half.
That's going to go ahead and be our first half of basketball here. 23-19. Your Huntington Foresters lead this one. We'll see if they can keep the lead and win the ball game here in the second half. I'm Ryan Lockhart with Jordan Herring. This is HU Women's Basketball right here on FDN Sports.
This is how we like to do it.
Oh, what's going on? Welcome to the crib.
So who is the best hitter on the team?
Man, best hit on the team.
That ain't hard at all.
That ain't hard.
Everybody know who it is.
Yeah.
It's only one person. Lichty.
Lichty.
And who's the best fielder on the team? Lichty.
Yeah, Lichty. Yeah, probably
Who's the
Lichty.
best player on the team? Lichty.
Lichty, yeah.
MLB The Show, I'm the GOAT.
Oh my god. Bro, you are so trash.
Who's the best show player?
I'm the best show player.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
All right,
No,
bro.
you're not.
What? Look, whatever.
Which one of you are Frank's favorite on the team?
He lets me sit in the bus the most.
Least favorite. In this room, it's either me, DJ, or Nabi.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
Overall, in general,
it definitely
absolutely out of Rosen.
yes.
No doubt.
What's it like to play for Coach Frank?
He's the best coach I ever had. For real, though, he cool.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you just treat us like men. Like, I'd have been in some programs where they treat people like children, and he give us, I mean, he coaches. It's more like he manages. It's not like he really coaches. He give us the opportunity to go out there and play our game, and
He's definitely gonna tell you what's up and be real dry with you. So
He
he doesn't care who you are.
He a legend. You know, you gotta respect him. You know, 32 million wins. You know what I'm saying? He's been here forever, man. You know, he's a winner. He's a legend. You gotta respect him. You know, regardless.
thanks for coming to our house. Come support us this season.
Look at the
So Powder Puff football is 2 teams divided up by floors, and then they all have flags, so it's just a flag football game. And so we have the 2 end zones, and it's just like a regular game. We usually play 2 20-minute halves, and it's just a good time for everybody to get some football in since we don't have a football team here as a sport.
Let's go, Flash! Oh, snap!
Powder Puff to me is something that actually opened me up at Huntington.
And for me, just as a freshman, obviously, like I get to know all the different girls on my floor, and we all grow closer together.
Powder Puff just means a lot of unity between the girls on the floor, and just provided a lot of good fun between all the other girls on campus as well.
Powder Puff means to me, it just signifies some of the best times that you're going to have during homecoming weekend.
Home run for right fielder Adrian Perez.
Perez started playing baseball at a young age where he fell in love with the sport. Then, when he made it to high school, everything changed.
When I was a junior, this guy saw me in Florida playing, and he asked me if I want to stay in Florida for better education and find like a scholarship or something in the USA.
This was an offer that Perez and his parents didn't see coming. But there was another curveball on its way.
In that year, my mom got cancer. When that happened, she talked to me and said, "Oh, do you dream? Like go follow your dream. I'm gonna be fine."
So he listened to his mom and started playing for the Iowa Lake Community College Lakers in 2015. That's when he earned the nickname Big Shot. But in the midst of his great success with the Lakers,
I hurt my hamstring in a scout day in Iowa Lakes.
Perez returned to Puerto Rico for therapy in December 2017. After weeks of therapy, he walked his mom through her final days.
My mom passed away after 2 years.
To honor his mother and follow their dreams of going pro, Perez returned back to the U.S.
At that point, I got hurt, and all the school again is NAIA, but I don't want to talk to nobody. And that frame, Coach Friend's son, he called me over and over and over. But all this school, the NAIA just sent me over. He was the only one he want to talk to me. So I told him, I can't play baseball right now. I'm just trying to rehab and everything. I said, he don't matter. I'm going to give you a good offer so you can come to Huntington University and play here, and we're going to take care about the hamstring and everything. He offered me the offer, and I didn't even call my dad. I said, okay.
So Perez and the Forsters made it official.
I signed, called my dad, tell me I think I made the right decision.
While at HU, Perez remembers that he's almost 9 hours away from his family.
The adversity just helped me go through everything in that point. My dad always watching me in the TV, so when I go to hit, I make a sign, so he know he know I just want to play for them. And
let's go! Bobby! Up!
I am Dr. Fred Miller. I am the Department Chair of Kinesiology and also an exercise science professor at Huntington University. Huntington University is unique as far as they get a lot of one-on-one attention from the professor. You know, helping them learn the information or helping them administer a test, whereas some universities, you don't get that one-on-one from the professors. One of our themes focuses is on being a Christian and trying to be a good role model for others. We're here, we really care about the student and want to see that student succeed, not just preparing them for their future career, but also we want to prepare them to be a servant for God. Huntington University, we have a lot of equipment that students will get an opportunity to use and experience. Some of the equipment we have include a bod pod, which is very famous. We also have other interesting equipment that students will get to use. That equipment include a VO2 Max, a metabolic cart system. There's also a lot of equipment including other health measures. Students will get plenty of opportunity to learn how to use all this equipment, and they will get administering it to other students. Oftentimes students who get an undergraduate degree in exercise science will go on to physical therapy school, or even they will go on to physician assistant school. And then also another common career path for students is to become a strength conditioning specialist and mainly work with athletes. Exercise science is a degree where students will gain a lot of knowledge about health, but having someone that has the knowledge and experience to help an individual to get fit, to get healthy is important. And students at Huntington University, they learn about knowledge that's credible and that's important for students to have so they can help these individuals.
Here in Huntington University's film program, we offer a one-of-a-kind experience. You'll have access to state-of-the-art equipment and the opportunity to gain practical experience on set. But what really sets us apart from other universities? While the films that we make are important to us, we give special attention to how we make them. In our film program, we understand the process behind making a film is just as important as the finished product you see on screen, and how we treat one another on set has a big impact. Which is why our program is part of the Kinema Commonwealth, a group of filmmakers dedicated to creating an environment of mutual respect that values individual artists over the bottom line. Our goal is to create excellent works of cinematic art and storytelling that both entertain and turn those involved into better people. We hold to 3 community values that make up the Kinema Manifesto. The first is respect for the individual, in which the time, energy, resources, and personal well-being of the artist are shown full respect. Artists are not just used for their talents, but embraced as collaborators. The second is respect for the community, where the natural environment, the local community, and the audience are all treated with the utmost care and respect. Filmmaking impacts not only the filmmakers, but those around us too. The third is respect for the art, because each filmmaker should be given artistic freedom to work creatively and to the best.
Hello and welcome back here inside Platt Arena. Ryan Lockhart with Jordan Herring. Jordan, interesting first half here for both teams. Not really shooting the ball too well. We look at field goal percentages, Huntington shooting 33%, Goshen shooting 17%. Now from deep, not really friendly at all either. 14%, 1 of 7 for Goshen. On the other side of that, Huntington 1 of 10, only shooting 10%. It's been a struggle, but what have you seen that you've liked from both of these teams?
I think looking at the Maple Leafs, they're doing a really good job of trying to force the ball down low, creating fouls, creating other shot opportunities, necessarily not outside of the three-point line, but inside the three-point line, getting those nice, easy, short jumpers. I think from Huntington, we're also seeing a really good job of them getting the ball down low as well. But I think they're also starting to transition from the three ball, which we know is something they always have in their arsenal. But with that three ball not really falling for them, they're trying to make a push towards other opportunities inside of the three-point line as well.
Yeah, that's something we kind of mentioned we would like to see him do more. Now, I think that's an adjustment, if made, or maybe just an adjustment for the three-pointers to start going in. That would be a great adjustment there, too, as well. For both of these teams, though, we haven't really seen any strengths or weaknesses being taken advantage of from the other team, per se. Huntington went on a little bit of a run. Goshen went on a little bit of a run. They're just kind of going back and forth with each other. At one point, it was a 23-9 ball game. Goshen stormed back in this to make it 23-19, though.
Yeah, we're also seeing both of these teams create turnovers, but they're just not, making the best opportunity out of those turnovers. We're seeing lots of good shots from both teams, but like you said earlier, just not a lot of shots falling for either of them.
Leading scorers for the Goshen Maple Leafs, it's Flowers with 10. Rebounders, Chapman with 9 rebounds. And leading assisters, Rowe with only 1. On the other side of that, leading scorers for Huntington is Bope with 6 points. Aaron Moore, 3 rebounds, And then your assist leader for Huntington, Sam Hamill, really no surprise there. I think our biggest surprise of the first half, it's got to be Sarah Fryman, no doubt about it. Fryman right now, 2 points and 3 rebounds.
Yeah, we were just talking about earlier pregame. Sarah Fryman is someone who's able to average 25 points a game, and so to see her only have 2 points right now, it's really surprising to see. But we're hoping that she's able to turn the Jets here around in the second half and hopefully get something going for her.
Yeah, Fryman had 35 in her last game, career high. Right now she's got 2. That's got to be her career low right now. So we'll see what she can do here in the second half and if she can get the engines going here in the second half. 23-19, your halftime score here. It's going to be a good second half here. We talked about it. Huntington came out strong in that first period. Led 15-16 after that one, but Goshen, a strong second period, stormed back. Won that period 13-8. We look at points in the paint. Little delay of game here. I believe we're going to have number 10, Yoder for Goshen in the ball game now. Not really sure what the confusion was about there. I'm sure we'll find out here soon though, Jordan. But nevertheless, second half action underway here. Prigge with it, right wing. Passes up top, Rowe. Yoder inside. Fryman was right there though. Jordan, sometimes they say the best offense is a great defense. Fryman proving it right there.
Yeah, we were definitely talking about how both of the teams are trying to create turnovers or turnover opportunities. And now hopefully, if they keep trying to force these turnovers, we'll see some good opportunities here for them to get some easy points.
Go green.
We'll have to see if it's able to translate for Fryman as well there, Jordan. Yoder with it though. Gives it off to Prigge. Prigge didn't play a whole lot in that first half. Cockrum had it. Hamill right on her though. Now Chapman. She sets a strong screen there. Shot no good. Goes off a Bope. Now Erin Moore. She gives it off Hamill. Hamill goes around the pick. Goes right to Bope. And Bope, the spinning shot, no good there. Yoder driving on Bope there. She'll stop. Bope can't get out in time. That one banks in there for Chapman. And all of a sudden, it's a 2-point ball game, Jordan.
Yeah, it seems Maple Leafs are wasting no time here trying to get started here in the second half. Now we'll have to see how Huntington is going to counter that.
Clement, the three-pointer, no good there. Foul going to be called on Hamill. Timeout here by Huntington. I believe it's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we're going to go ahead and stay right here with it. Maple Leafs making a little run here in this second half. Jordan, what's been the key to that success?
I think, like we talked about earlier, Maple Leafs' game plan is to always push the ball down low, just try to create some open space down there, hopefully for another shot opportunity out on the perimeter as well.
Right now, steals favor Huntington. They only have 7 compared to 9 from the Maple Leafs, but Forsters right now 1 of 11 from the three-point arc. We know how big that three-point line is for them. For Fryman as well, on the season, she's a 47% free throw shooter. Prigge with it up top. Fryman sacking off on her. Kick pass over to the corner. No good by Flowers. Chapman gets it. She'll go right back up the runner, and she gets it to full. She's going to the line for one more, and the possible lead here for Goshen.
Chapman doing a great job there, trying to get that offensive rebound and trying to force the foul up there on the layup.
Mentioned Chapman, not the strongest free throw shooter, only shoots 55%, and she misses that one. Goshen looking for their first lead of the ball game, but Huntington trying to get some points here. They haven't scored since halftime. That one goes in for Fryman. Is the lid finally off the basket? Jordan, we'll have to see here. Flowers pushes it down the floor. Now Rowe the three. That's up and good. And that's going to give the Maple Leafs their first lead of the ball game here with 7:31.
Maple Leafs wasting no time to try to counter that too with a three of their own.
I like how the Maple Leafs switched to that full court defense because it really gave Huntington some fits. We've seen really the last few times down the floor, and even in that first half still late in it, they were having trouble then.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that plays on later in the game here. Hopefully Huntington will try to find a way around it.
Hamill, what a shot up there. Leaning on one leg, following that same direction, just kind of threw that one up there. Moore staying strong defensively right there, working around the pick of Chapman. Double pick set here. Rowe's going to go ahead and use it. Thought about the step back. Gives it off to Flowers on the wing. 8 on the clock now. Gives it off. Rowick the three-pointer. That's up and good. The Maple Leafs starting to get hot. That was Prigge, not Rowick. Excuse me. Now Doy sends this one up. You can feel the anticipation almost mounting here. Foul called here on Prigge, though. That's going to slow things momentarily.
Looking at what the Maple Leafs are doing here already in the second half, they've already capitalized on some three-point opportunities for them, trying to put a lot of pressure here on Huntington to find a way to counter it.
That ball out of bounds there. That's going to be a turnover for Huntington. Number 8 on the night. You don't hear a lot of communication on defense from the Foresters. Hamill going after that one. You know she's always active defensively. Chapman gets that one to roll around the rim and find the bottom of the net there.
It just seems that the Maple Leafs can absolutely not miss here in the second half.
Aaron Moore gives that one up to Bope, who finds Hamill. Dump right inside to Moore. She gets that one off the glass. And a 30-second timeout here. Huntington will take it 31-29. They're down 2 in this one. Little run here from both teams, Jordan, momentarily. What have you liked here in the second half action so far?
I really like the Maple Leafs' pace of play here right now. They're also doing a very good job of spreading the floor as far as their shots. We saw in the first half they really relied on trying to get the ball down low, trying to get easy layups down there, and now they're expanding the range out to the three-point line, trying to put a lot of pressure on Huntington to answer back.
Yeah, and you know, it's going to have to be key players for this Forster team that got to step up. And, you know, 2 no doubt key players for this team has to be Sam Hamill as well as Sarah Fryman. Fryman now 4 points, 4 rebounds. Hamill 6 points, 1 rebound. So we'll see how those two can kind of work with each other and get back into this one. Huntington just went through a really cold shooting stretch there for quite a while. Doy couldn't get a hand on that one.
Seems as if Huntington has also gone to the full court defense approach here as well.
Which can make for an interesting late game because you know how fatigue, you know, gets used quite a bit. And those full court presses, three-pointer no good. Chapman got a hand on it. Murph was able to corral it, sends it to Cockerham. She sends it out, no good there. Murph able to get that one to fall.
Maple Leafs doing a great job getting those offensive rebounds to help try to get the ball out for an easy bucket.
Rongo shot no good, too strong there. Doyle dribble it back out. Hamill behind her back, a nice move into the hole she goes. Can't get it to fall, but she's going to the free throw line.
I mean, we talked about the Huntington's approach here from the first half, trying to transition from those threes to try to make something happen down low.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're seeing here from the Huntington Foresters right now.
Huntington surprisingly only has 3 free throws on the night after the last one. We'll have 4 after this next one. On the other side, Goshen, they have 13 free throws. Talk about the free ones, it always helps the score, but if you can't get to a point to where you can get the free ones, that hurts you almost even more.
Yeah, and especially at the end of the game, no matter what the score is, you always think about those missed opportunities you had at the free throw line.
Yeah. 2-point ball game right now in favor of the Maple Leafs. Chapman cuts inside. Too fast for her, though. Can't get that one to fall. And now Huntington looking to push. It's Hamill in the driver's seat. And she'll hand it off to Fryman. Fryman, the cross between her legs, the spin. She gets that one blocked by Cockrum. Pass up. Rongos gets a hand on it. Her and Chapman both go down. No foul call there. Looks like both girls are up and good. Once again, Hamill going in. The little flip pass. Aaron Moore, and the Foresters have tied this back up.
Very solid transition there from going from one end of the court all the way down the other. And another turnover here from the Maple Leafs.
Dowie skying up almost like a wide receiver to catch that. Wow. Fryman got hacked on that. Murph went up, absolutely hacking Fryman there. Looked like Fryman almost caught one around her arm and face area there. Tie ball game right now, though. 4:10 left in this quarter. Fryman's first one up and good there. Huntington retakes the lead now. They'll go up by 2 now, Jordan. Huntington only leaving Rongos back. So far, it's proven as a good move for the Foresters. Rongos guarding 2 people defensively. Fryman trying to get hot, and she gets that one to fall there. Give her 7 now in the ball game, and Coach Stephanie Miller is going to go ahead and take a full timeout with that. Doesn't like this run that Huntington's on. 37-33. They lead this one here. Full timeout, we're taking it with them. Ryan Lockhart with Jordan Herring here. This is HU Women's Basketball right here on FDN Sports.
This is how we like to do it.
Welcome back here inside Platt Arena. The Foresters making a little run here after they let the Maple Leafs make a run. Physical defense, towering defense here. Cockrum in trouble here. Maple Leafs able to break it here. Rongo, strong defense there, and it pays off.
That full court defense is really putting a lot of pressure on the Maple Leafs here. We've already seen 2 turnovers result from it. Question is, how many more will also result from it?
Forster's getting back on defense here, 3:22. Flowers driving inside. What a shot there by her. She's going to the line for one more, excuse me. Right now in the second half, Huntington shooting 55% from the field. On the other side, 54% from the Maple Leafs. Now, total game does not represent that. Huntington, 38% total. Goshen, 28% for the whole game. Daja Drake, the big skip pass. Doi, the pull-up. Doi's been hot tonight. She's been able to really find the ball. Has 5 rebounds. Yoder kicks it short corner. Murph, that's good there. 1 point ball game in favor of your home Forsters. 2:44 on the clock. Kick over to Doi, corner, Drake. They'll kick it back out to Hamill. She'll drive inside. Fryman short corner. She goes up and she gets fouled. Yoder not happy about that. Head coach Stephanie Miller not happy about it either. Miller in her 9th season here for the Maple Leafs. She's 83 and 174. She's coached 259 games though. By the season's end, she'll be the longest reigning Goshen coach after this 9th season. Rongos once again the only one back. And it looks like the Maple Leafs have found a way to break this press now. Murph looked like she almost took an extra step there. Ball out to Flowers, to Yoder now. Back to Flowers on the right wing, top of the key. Cockrum feeds it down low to Murph. Doy's right there for the tie-up. But they call a foul instead.
You would think for a second that it would have been a jump ball.
Jordan, I wasn't on the baseline, so I didn't have that bird's eye view of it, but it looked like a clear tie-up here. Three-pointer by Flowers. Unfortunate play there. Missed call by the official leads to a 3 that ties this one up. Doy now right wing. Drake, Doy, Fryman inside. The Forsters working like a well-oiled machine, but can't get it to fall. Goshen gets fouls on their end. Huntington doesn't get them on our end. The Forsters fighting through, trying to stay strong there, but Cockrum, a nice play there, able to get that kind of sidearm shot to fall for her to regain this lead for the Maple Leafs.
Question is, how does Huntington want to counter that? They want to try to go back to the free ball? They want to try to put it down low?
I wouldn't necessarily say, there's a certain system you go to. I think the Forsters just need to keep passing the ball more. I thought for a moment there it was just the fast break, the transition offense that was helping us, but I think it's the more passes as Flowers hits another one. She is hot right now. Give her 19 points in this ball game.
We saw almost no three-pointers being made in the first half, and now we're starting to see lots of those three-point opportunities be taken advantage of.
Fryman collided with 3 defenders. Once again, no foul. An interesting series of events here the last couple minutes on both sides here. About a half-second difference here in shot clock and game clock, so you got to think it's going to be for the last shot. Flowers, though, not caring about it. She'll take it. Hamill going to get fouled there.
Ryan, we have a really good back-and-forth game going on right now.
Maple Leafs up 1, but Huntington going to the line for 2. So far on the season, the Forsters a 75% free throw shooting team coming into this one. Hamill makes our first one there. Ties this ball game back up. 14-8 on the clock as she misses the second one. Huntington not applying too much pressure here. Clock ticking down, 8 on the clock. Hamill gets a hand on it there. What a block there by Fryman, wow! Fryman swatted that one, a little revenge for her getting really toppled on the other end. 46 apiece though, how this one ends after 3 quarters. Jordan, we got ourselves a ball game. Almost more scoring in that quarter alone than the first 2 quarters.
Seeing a lot of three-point opportunities being taken advantage of, mostly by the Maple Leafs. Huntington changing up the game plan here a little bit, trying to push a lot of shots down low. I think we also have to talk about Sarah Fryman going from just 2 points in the first half to now having 10 total after the third quarter.
Yeah, Fryman's definitely been a hot one. We're going to take a short break here as we get ready for the fourth period here. I'm Ryan Lockhart with Jordan Herring.
This is how we.
Welcome back here inside Platt Arena. 46 apiece. This ball game is tied. 27-23. Goshen outscored Huntington in that third period.
Goshen kind of got hot there from the three-point line, also creating other opportunities down low. I think we have to talk about Flowers here. Going from 10 points in the first half to 19 total now.
Fryman's turnaround good there. We talked about it. She was cold in that first half, but started to kind of find her stroke. That is dangerous for this Maple Leafs team.
The one thing that's great about the Huntington Forester team, too, is once one person gets going, the energy just seems to pass through the whole team to where everybody else gets going as well.
Rowe has it outside. She drives on Dodger Drake. That one too hard there. Chapman, Rongos go down once again. Rongos still down a little bit longer here. Rongos looks like she's grabbing her neck area there. Drake out to Rongos. This physical battle once again. Rongos goes up and gets the up and under to fall. What a beautiful move, Jordan.
That was a beautiful transition, too, from getting from a hard fall down here on the defensive end, the transition back up to the offensive end, and bowling Chapman for that board.
Yeah. Talked about how strong we thought Chapman was going to be, but it's really been the defense that's been strong. See Chapman able to get that one to fall. That's going to give her 11 points. And with 11 points now, she is a double-double. 11 points, 11 rebounds. Hamill driving in. She kicks it out. Drake no good there. Fryman tying up. Can't come up with that one, though. 8 minutes and some change here. Cockrum against Drake. Kick to the corner. The three. No good. Rowe the only one giving chase to that one. 50-48. Huntington up 2 in this one. Hamill trying to get through that screen. She can't. Ball falls to the short corner. These offensive rebounds really starting to hurt Huntington now.
These second chance points are definitely something you want to be thinking about at the end of the game, too, because those can be a real turning point when we get down to these final minutes.
Yeah, we look at second chance points right now. They're pretty even. 7-6 in favor of the Maple Leafs. It's really points in the paint where Huntington started to expand that lead, and I think that's what helped them grow it a lot. And that was one of the things, Jordan, I think we both said it. They needed to try to find something else because the outside game just wasn't there. Huntington, 32 points in the paint compared to only 20 from Goshen.
Yeah, we talked about how they need to try to transition from that three ball, currently shooting 1 of 12 from the three-point line. Doing a great job moving on from three ball, trying to force stuff down low.
Rose free throw, no good. Coming into the ball game, she was a 78% free throw shooter. Cashes in on the second one.
Go, Crane, get a bucket.
Hamill to Doy. Now Doy kicks back over to Hamill. Doy's right there. She looks inside for Fryman. Fryman's got 3 on her. She takes it anyways. Can't get it to fall. Huntington still up 1. Up to Chapman they go. And just like that, the Maple Leafs retake this lead. Huntington trying to find something down low. They find Fryman. She can't get the first one to fall. She goes up. Can't get the second one to fall. Hounded by quite a few Maple Leafs there.
Yeah, we're seeing Fryman trying to really bully people down low here. Doing a great job getting to the free throw line today. Currently shooting her 5th and 6th free throws of the night.
Substitution here. We see Bope take a seat. Cindy Entgroin into the ball game. Fryman gets both of those to fall there. Rowe with it. Fryman stretching that hand out, can't get it. Fryman staying strong there. And a foul called there on Fryman. Look, Jordan, I hate to be that guy that's a little critical of the referees, but I definitely missed that one.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going both ways, though. It seems to be a pretty even game as far as fouls. Looking at fouls here, most we see out of both teams is only 2. Actually, correction. Bope has 3. Everybody else is sitting on either 1 or 2.
Cockrum, three-pointer, no good. Aaron Moore the rebound. Hamill pushing it up. Goes other side of the floor. Doyle take it out now. And Hamill restarts this offense. 5:50 here on the clock. Hamill takes a shot with 10 on it. Too low there. Skip pass. Looks like Prigge took an extra step. No call though. Fryman looking for the help. Cockrum takes a three-pointer. She cashes that in, and she makes Fryman pay for leaving her. 54-52. The Maple Leafs regain the lead.
Sorry, these 3 balls are really coming in clutch for the Maple Leafs right now. Question is, how does Huntington respond to those?
Back over to Fryman it goes. She lobs up a shot. No good there. And Hamill gonna be called for a foul there. Jordan, number 21, Huntington. Playing probably one of the ugliest games you'll see them, well, not probably, definitely the ugliest game you'll see them play this year tonight.
Yeah, seeing a lot of missed opportunities from the three-point line, only shooting 1 of 12. Question is, how does Huntington want to transition from that? Do they try to push more buckets down low? Do they try to go for more jump shots?
Yet another foul here. Extended arm called there. And now Rowe will take it back out. 4:40 here on the clock. Chapman goes inside. She gets that one to fall.
She's just bowling everybody down in the paint right now. Seems as if she's almost unstoppable down there.
Chapman now with 15 points. You could really almost call her unstoppable down low. Doi over to Hamill. Hamill looking to drive inside. Fryman can't get two hands on it. That's a turnover for Huntington. Make that number 9 of the ball game. Jordan, this is where moments where the crowd can really help you get back into the ball game as the home team. Briggy takes a three, no good there. Cindy Entgroyen. Rebound on that. Doi short corner, she takes that shot, no good. Fryman, she gets held by Priggy, no shot there. Hamill looking to drive. Finally, Huntington buys a foul here. They're going to go to the line for 2, but they're down 4 right now with 3:33 remaining. On the floor for Huntington, Moore, Fryman, Hamill, Doi, and Entgroyen. First one up and good. The really soft roll in there for Hamill. On the floor for the Maple Leafs, Flowers, Cockrum, Rowe, Priggy, and Chapman. That ball gets tipped momentarily up to Chapman. It goes. Kick, Priggy, corner three, way too strong for her. 2-point ball game, a key possession here, both offensively and defensively for these two teams. Entgroyen throws up a shot, can't get that to fall. Hamill gets the rebound though. And a jump ball called. Wow. Wow. Jordan, how's your first ball game been so far on the mic?
Oh, it's been absolutely a fantastic opportunity right now. Very thankful to be here. Have a very good game on our hands. Almost a ping pong match. It's been the whole game. With 3 minutes down the stretch, we'll see how the Huntington Foresters plan on coming back in this game.
30-second timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it with them.
Like to do it.
Hello and welcome here back inside Platt Arena. I'm Ryan Lockhart, joined here by Jordan. Jordan, it's been quite a ball game here so far. We've seen the good, we've seen the bad, and I think we've seen a fair share of the ugly. But a good play there. Erin Moore, elbow shot, in and out. Fight for the ball on the ground.
Another jump ball.
Arrow should be pointing toward Huntington. It was the other way. The official here corrects it, so it is going to stay here with Huntington. Now Miller's going to have to question that. She gets told from the official, so she's okay with it now. Fryman gets the ball. Thought about the step back there. Hands it off to Hamill, though. Fryman throws up a shot, maybe a pass to Hamill. She's going to the line for one more. And a chance at the lead once again for Huntington. Sam Hamill, what a beautiful shot by her. Getting that rebound. Sarah Fryman, her shot that she put up, taking the contact and going up, Jordan.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. Being in a great position to get that offensive rebound in order to force that three-point play.
Hamill having a good free throw night as well right now. And Huntington really having a good free throw night, shooting 92%. They've only missed one so far tonight. So we talked about cashing the free ones in. They have. Erin Moore with the ball now. She'll give it off to Hamill, inside to Fryman, and she's going to get fouled. Rose called for the foul there. And I think after a few minutes of fouls not being in our favor, I think it finally worked out for us. What a tough few minutes, though.
Yeah, we were talking about how the first half was definitely slow on the offensive ends, and now looking at the second half, it's been a completely opposite game. Both of the offenses for both the Maple Leafs and the Huntington Foresters just exploding right now, trying to do everything they can to try to hold on to a lead here.
Yeah, both of these teams trying to stay strong here down the stretch. Fryman's second one gives Huntington a 3-point lead with 2:31 remaining. Cockrum the pass over right side, back to Cockrum. It goes middle of the floor. Hamill gets a hand on it. Doy's now driving. She's going to go to the hole. The scoop shot, and it's in. Huntington's now running away with the lead. 61-56, they lead it, Jordan. Woo! Wow. 30-second timeout. We're leaving this one right here. Jordan, it looked like both of these teams were dead in the water here at one point in the fourth quarter. Foul City on both sides of the floor. The refs let them play a little bit. Now we're running wild with it.
I don't know what Kohler said to the Huntington Foresters in their last timeout, but it's certainly put a fire under their butts right now. Doing some great defense, great offense, great basketball all around for them right now.
She may have threatened a few suicides next practice, and, I don't know about you, Jordan, but I was never a fan of running those suicides in practice, so.
I was never a fan either.
I don't think I know anybody that really liked to run them.
Does anybody even like running in general?
Now we'll see. Goshen really change up their inbound pass here. Rowe with it. The strong pass up to Chapman. She'll give it up. Prigge goes inside, and she gets that one to fall. Hamill brings it up slowly, under 2 minutes here. Jordan, I know we don't want to say it, but overtime could be on our hands here. Shot no good there. Tipped around. Ain't growing. Able to get that one. New shot clock for Huntington. That one tipped out of bounds by Goshen College. That's going to stay here for Huntington. Three-point ball game with 1:40 left here. Skip pass to Doy. High pass over. Hamill runs baseline. Dumps it inside. Fryman. See her look over at Kocher, telling her she's trying. Staying strong there. Shot clock situation here. Shot clock wasn't started. 24 it ran off though. So there's going to be 6 seconds left on the clock here. Good job by our officials to really clear that one up in good manner there. 5 now on it. Hamill turnaround. Ain't growing the three. Air ball there for her. She can't get that one to fall. Ain't growing, not a player that we're going to see take a lot of three-pointers.
Huntington full court defense in full effect right here, trying to put pressure on the Maple Leafs to try to create a turnover.
Rowe gets it middle of the floor. She kicks it up to Flowers. And Flowers, after hitting a couple threes, has really been quiet in this fourth period. 61-58 in favor of Huntington. Now under a minute to go in this ball game. Inside to Chapman they go, and Chapman gets that one to fall. Huntington really hasn't had an answer for her all night. 17 points now for her.
I mean, that seems to be the Maple Leafs' go-to. We were talking earlier about how she just seems to be unstoppable down low in the paint. Question is, how long can she hold it here in the final seconds of this game?
Aaron Moore with it. 15 on the shot clock. They're going to say Hamill stepped on the line. That's going to be a turnover for Huntington, number 11. And now Kohler calls off the full court press. Defensively, a big possession here for Huntington. About a 7-second difference in shot clock and game clock. But I think it's going to be either the rebound, whatever happens after the shot's going to be the big play here. Goshen's been strong. They get that bucket to fall here, and they take the lead 62-61 with 15.9. A full timeout. But Jordan, we're going to keep it right here. We're not going anywhere with this one.
15.9 seconds on the clock here. Who are you going to go to?
Well, so far, Sarah Fryman has been your really hot shooter here in the second half with 16 points, but right on her heels with 14 points is Sam Hamill. So really either of those options, but you can't forget about Sarah Doy. She's also got 6 points. But really, I think it's got to be that two-headed monster once again, either Hamill or Fryman. We see a lot of pick and roll action with those two. We see Fryman likes to set a pick, then roll off of it. She can pop, she can roll, she can do it all. I think that's where Huntington goes. Now it's going to be where in the clock do they go to it, I think is going to be the key situation. Personally, I would probably try to take a shot around 6 seconds left. That way, perhaps something doesn't roll in because, shooting 36% from the field and 7% from deep. It's been a struggle tonight for both teams shooting, not just Huntington, but if you can get a shot up and maybe try to get a quick putback, that could be our answer, Jordan.
Definitely.
Go green.
15 seconds. Shot clock turned off. Fryman gets hit. Handoff to Hamill. Hamill going inside. Kicks it up. 5 seconds left. And Huntington retakes the lead here. 63-62. Sam Hamill. That's where they went, Jordan.
I'm not going to lie right now, Ryan. I'm shaking.
Woo!
That bucket,
wow,
almost like a circus shot, somehow gets into the basket, creating a very interesting game here with 5 seconds to go.
A full timeout taken. And Jordan, the crazy thing, she's already made 2 of those previous in the game.
Yep.
She had one where she was leaning really almost even more while she lobbed it up. So it's just crazy to see Sam Hamill, how well she's been doing with all the contact she's been taking as well.
With 5 seconds left here, you think Huntington has really got to crack down on their defense. Question is, if you're the Maple Leafs, do you try to feed the ball down low or do you try to leave it a little bit outside to get a nice jumper?
Flowers had the hot hand earlier. She's got 19. She leads Goshen with those 19. 3 of 6 from deep. But Chapman, she's really been the go-to here lately with 17. But Cockrum, she's their leading scorer with 11. There's so many options here right now for Goshen. But for Huntington, it's going to be make or break possession here. 1 point lead on the floor for them. Doy, Hamill, Rongos, Drake, and Fryman. For the Maple Leafs, that's going to be Rowe, Prigge, Chapman, Flowers, and it looks like Cockrum. 5 on the clock, so it's not going to be too long. And that's going to be a 5-second. That's a 5. That's a turnover. Forsters get possession. Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Great defense from the Huntington Foresters there, making sure that ball does not get in bounds at all.
Wow. Excitement runs through. Excitement running through right now for us, Jordan. A 5-second call coming out of a timeout. That can't be what you have happen. You have 5 seconds. You get a shot. Wow.
It's absolutely crazy and mind-boggling.
Jordan, I think the big thing right there, Sam Hamill face guarding Cockrum to start. And then about 2 seconds in, Coach Culler right in front of us right here told her, turn around, get the girl coming off the screen. Picked her up. Perfect timing because that's right where Cockrum was going. She had to pump fake, had nowhere else to go. Wow. What a series of plays right there.
Overall, great defense, too. I think you also got to give credit for whoever was on Chapman, making sure that basket does not get anywhere near her so she doesn't get a bucket down low.
Now, Fryman's got to be the one you go to, right? She's got to be shooting 91% coming into this ball game. She's got to be the one you go to. Right there they do. She's trying to dribble it out. Cockrum and Rowe both right there on her. Cockrum took a hard fall on that knee. The left knee that she has a brace on there. 3.3 on the clock. Fryman to the line.
Fryman currently 8 for 8 on free throws, shooting 9 and 10. Makes number 9 with ease.
First one up and good, and I think you can almost hear a sigh of relief go out here inside Platt Arena. 2-point lead right now for Huntington. Second one up and good. Make that a 3-point lead for Huntington. 2 on the clock. Cockrum going to take the half-court heave. It's up. Ooh.
That was close.
That was a beautiful shot there by Cockrum, but can't get it to fall. Number 21, Huntington, escapes Platt Arena without getting upset at a time, you know, in that third period that it really looked like it was going downhill for Huntington, Jordan.
Ryan, overall, that was just a great game for both teams here. We saw early in the first half, not really an offensive game, more of a defensive game. And then overall in the third half, everything just completely switched, seeing both teams trying to make every opportunity they can on the offensive end.
We're going to go ahead and take a short break here before we get Coach Culler coming over for our post-game interview. It'll be a quick one, so don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back on the other side of this break. I'm Ryan Lockhart. He's Jordan Herring, and this is FDN Sports.
I am Dr. Fred Miller. I am the Department Chair of Kinesiology and also an exercise science professor at Huntington University. Huntington University is unique as far as they get a lot of one-on-one attention from the professor. You know, helping them learn the information or helping them administer a test, whereas some universities, you don't get that one-on-one from the professors. One of our themes focuses is on being a Christian and trying to be a good role model for others. We're here, we really care about the student, we want to see that student succeed, not just preparing them for their future career, but also we want to prepare them to be a servant for God. Huntington University, we have a lot of equipment that students will get an opportunity to use and experience. Some of the equipment we have include a bod pod, which is very famous. We also have other interesting equipment that students will get to use. That equipment include a VO2 Max, a metabolic cart system. There's also a lot of equipment including other health measures. Students will get plenty of opportunity to learn how to use all this equipment, and they will get administering it to other students. Oftentimes students who get an undergraduate degree in exercise science will go on to physical therapy school, or even they will go on to physician assistant school. And then also another common career path for students is to become a strength conditioning specialist and mainly work with athletes. Exercise science is a degree where students will gain a lot of knowledge about health, but having someone that has the knowledge and experience to help an individual to get fit, to get healthy is important. And students at Huntington University, they learn about knowledge that's credible and that's important for students to have so they can help these individuals.
Here in Huntington University's film program, we offer a one-of-a-kind experience. You'll have access to state-of-the-art equipment and the opportunity to gain practical experience on set. But what really sets us apart from other universities? While the films that we make are important to us, we give special attention to how we make them. In our film program, we understand the process behind making a film is just as important as the finished product you see on screen, and how we treat one another on set has a big impact. Which is why our program is part of the Kinema Commonwealth, a group of filmmakers dedicated to creating an environment of mutual respect that values individual artists over the bottom line. Our goal is to create excellent works of cinematic art and storytelling that both entertain and turn those involved into better people. We hold to 3 community values that make up the Kinema Man.
Takeaway from this game and the grit your girls proved tonight?
Well, I'm always nervous when we have, time off. Thanksgiving break, we kind of lose our routine a little bit, so coming back from that, you're always a little nervous about how things are going to go, and, it doesn't surprise me too much that our shots were just a little off, a lot of in and outs and missing layups and some of those things, but, again, this team just keeps finding a way to win, and, in the end, that's what matters, and, win pretty, win ugly, it's a win. So I'm just pleased, Sam hit a huge shot, down in the last, 10 seconds that really was the difference in the game. And, earlier in the year, she missed one that, could have won a game, that sent us to overtime, so, it all balances out. So I'm just really pleased for the girls.
Now, Coach, you guys kind of were on the wrong side of a run in that second half for a while, but then you really started to turn it up defensively. The full court defense come up, the turnover started, the offense started moving. How did that come about for you guys?
Well, we just knew we needed to change up something because our half-court defense was not getting the job done. So we thought we've been working on a couple of different presses, and so we thought, can't get worse, so we might as well try it. And, when you come up with some steals, and all of a sudden, things seem a little easier, and, mentally it helps us maybe put the ball in the hoop a little bit more.
Now, Coach, you guys will take on Grace this Saturday. Your biggest takeaway from this game, going into that game for your girls?
Grace is really good, and they in the last couple of years have given us a lot of fits. So, we're gonna work on trying to contain and maybe mixing up our defenses a little bit just to try to keep them a little off balance. But they're a tough team to stop. They scored 118 points against Goshen the other night. So we're gonna have our work cut out for us. But hopefully we can find a way.
Coach, congrats on the win tonight, and good luck on the road trip this weekend. And we're going to send it back to the sideline over here to Jordan for the final recap.
Just to give you guys a few differences between a bunch of different stats here between Goshen and Huntington. As far as three-pointers go, Goshen shot 6 from 23 from the three-point line, and Huntington only shooting 1 of 13. Not a very three-point productive night for either team. Points in the paint for Goshen is 28 compared to Huntington's 38. Free throws, Goshen went 10 for 16 and Huntington going 18 for 19, with Sarah Fryman with 2 final free throws to clutch the game. Steals for Goshen being 3, Huntington steals with 9. Turnovers for Goshen being 16 and Huntington for 11. As far as scoring leaders go, for Goshen we have Flowers with 19 and Chapman with 17. And for Huntington we have Sarah Fryman with 18 and Sam Hamill with 16. And rebounds, Chapman putting up 17 points earlier and 11 rebounds for her double-double. And then Sarah Fryman with 8 rebounds.
Yeah, Jordan, we had a really good ball game tonight between these two teams. We talked about it. It was ugly at one point, it was good at one point, it was bad at one point. I think we saw a complete ball game. Huntington showed off their grit tonight, showed off how tough they can be, staying in this game really with a tough Goshen team. We'll see what they can do against Grace this weekend, but what a ball game here tonight. Huntington victorious in it, though, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Coach Culler said it herself. A win is a win, Jordan. And with that, we're going to give our final goodbyes here for the night. We want to give our thank yous first, though, for David Beck on camera, for Murray Rhodes, for Jordan Herring as well, Dylan Herring, the brother and back. We had Kobe Solms back there as well. But we have one more final goodbye we got to give to. It's going to be our very own Shelby Price's last game working for us here. Now, Shelby, you worked quite a few games for us here. You directed, you ran camera, you produce. I'm sure I'm forgetting about 5 other jobs you did. We just want to say thank you, though, for working with us and spending your time with us here in your evenings.
Thanks, I've enjoyed it. I loved it. I'm happy that I got to do this last 4 years, and I wish everybody good luck with the rest of the season.
And with that, that's going to be our final send-off. Foresters win tonight. They're victorious. You're victorious as well. Go ahead and celebrate tonight. Have a good weekend as well. Go Foresters.